Guys, I hope you're well. For today's video, I'm just gonna do something simple. For church potluck, we're doing kind of like a like whole foods healthy potluck, and so I want to make my it's not my I'll put the link below this tofu cheesecake, and so I want to walk you guys through how I do it. I make a lot of nasty desserts, if I'm being honest. I'm still trying to experiment with, whole food, vegan, gluten-free, all this stuff. Sugar, processed sugar-free. And for a while there, I was doing completely oil-free as well. And it's hard. Not impossible, but it's hard. And then we don't eat peanut butter as well, so that makes it difficult. But this tofu cheesecake is the only thing that I've made where like Samuel goes crazy over it. Samuel's dad would go crazy over it, and our friends liked it. And so it's like the thing that I'm a little more confident about. So I thought I'd share the recipe because I think it's really good. A lot of people use cashews when making a cheesecake. I've not tried this yet. I made one using millet, actually, cooked millet, and it was not so good. The texture wasn't right. But this tofu one has tons of coconut oil in it. That's the trick. And coconut oil, when it's raw, I mean, that's such a healthy fat for you. Now, if you ate the whole cheesecake yourself, you would be eating about a cup of coconut oil. I think that might be a little excessive, but one slice, think about how much coconut oil is in that. And like I said, it's raw, so it's very good for you. Of course, everything in moderation, but yeah, I really like this recipe. It's not cooked or anything. And then for the crust, what we would do is we would just buy like the healthiest graham crackers we could find at the store, and I'd roll it in a bag and break it up and then add coconut oil and just make a simple graham cracker crust. But we are not doing that this time, so I'm gonna try and do one of the raw crusts using like dates and nuts. So I don't know if it'll be as good because graham cracker crust is really good, but I didn't have time to make my own graham crackers at home, and we just did not grab any from the store. Also from the store, I think it's a little hard to find like gluten-free, processed sugar-free graham crackers. So yeah, thanks for being here with me. Okay, so first we're gonna start on the crust, and I have one website where what I first did is I found their vegan cream cheese recipe, and it was a hit. It's so good. I did like the garlic and chive one, and then I saw it was like, when you scroll below, it was like, you can also use this in my vegan cream cheese recipe. So that's how I found it. I love the cream cheese, and I love the what is that called again? What is this called? Cream cheese in a cheesecake. And I love their cheesecake recipe. But for the crust, I just looked up vegan raw cheesecake crust. And so it's 1 cup raw almonds, a half cup coconut flakes, 2 tablespoons coconut oil, and 1 cup medjool dates. I can never say that right. Medjool. I'm not gonna do that. I never really follow recipes. I'm gonna substitute and do different kinds of nuts because I don't want to use too many of our almonds. And I don't have coconut flakes. I'll probably use more coconut oil so it hardens better, and maybe a little bit less dates so it's not as gummy. I don't really know how to cook well, so I don't know why I try to mess with recipes. Okay, so I'm gonna do some almonds, probably some cashews, and maybe some Brazil nuts. Okay, and we'll mix that till we get a cup. But I will actually measure because this is for church potluck. Oh, and I'm gonna double everything because I'm making 2 cheesecakes. I hope it turns out well. These are the Brazil nuts. Alright, there's one. I have made a crust before. It was for a pumpkin pie using cashew and pumpkin seed. It turned the crust green, which wasn't very appetizing. But it actually tasted pretty good. However, I will say this recipe is a hit for vegans and non-vegans alike, so that's good. Oh yeah, there's coconut oil in it. We just have these. These are not Mitchell dates. These are wrappers gone, but I think they're called, oh here they are, Diglet Noir dates from Costco. And I don't know if it will appear in this video. I'll probably save it for next week, but I made these Lara bars yesterday and they turned out so good. Samuel loved them. And I loved them because sometimes he likes things that I do not, and vice versa. But they turned out so good. And this morning we had the chickpea curry and lentil pancakes and it turned out delish. This is our big thing of coconut oil from Costco that we've not run through yet. Very thankful. This is about 2 tablespoons. I'm just gonna do a little bit more than that. Alright, and now we're gonna blend. It feels like I'm giving a tutorial, but I've never made this crust before, so we're in this together actually. There's this vegan, raw vegan cooking channel. I don't remember the name of it. Maybe I'll link it below if I find it, but I feel like her right now. She just talks and cooks. Okay, we'll see if this thing works. Try it. I wouldn't do the Brazil nuts. Brazil nuts are they have a very distinct taste. I can taste them, I did not use that many. But it's not bad. It will taste probably good with the cheesecake. I wouldn't do that again though. I wouldn't use the Brazil nuts. I'd use cashew or almond or both. It's so good. Am I gonna use parchment? The thing is, when I do the graham cracker crust, I don't use parchment. I just have to really work to scoop it up, but it comes up easy. When I have done this in the past, it completely stuck. Probably because I don't follow the recipe to the plate. So I think, I don't know. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna, no, I don't think I'm gonna do it because I think if I do the parchment and people at church are trying to get underneath it, it's gonna tear up the parchment and it'll stick. We're just gonna try our best and see what happens. I just realized I want to make 2, but I only have 1 pie plate. But an idea. Cheesecake cupcakes. Okay, this is going south possibly. I don't know. Okay. For these, I should line them. So just enough to line the bottom. I just tried this trick yesterday with the Lara bars, and because I think I saw somebody on YouTube doing it. It's such a good trick to use the parchment. I'm going to take a little bit of this out. I want to be a thinner layer. How to do these. I think I'm going to have to cut out bits of parchment for each one because I don't have liners. This one's all hardened on there. And then you go like this to be able to cut them all at once. I think this is quicker, I don't know. Whoa, it is quicker, look at that. Cool. Okay, this was a tip I just figured out. I just wrapped the parchment paper, and then, because this is like kind of finicky, I'm not using muffin tins, you know, I just am tapping it with that. There's probably a better way to do it, but this is seeming to work for me. And this recipe is nice because you do it the night before, because ideally it can sit in the, I think the freezer or the fridge, I forget which one, I'll let you know, all night long once you're done with the cheesecake. And so really ideal for, you know, Friday and then ready for church on Saturday. And I had a video last Wednesday, Samuel and I, about his asthma. And I've been praying, like, you know, that God guides me on more things that we can do to help, because it's good to have medicine on you if in case of a horrible emergency. I agree, but I don't want him to rely on that, you know, for the rest of his life. I'd rather be able to heal it. And somebody reached out to me from my old church, and who I'm, you know, good friends with, and they watched the video and they sent me a list of all these, you know, natural things you can do. And there's this woman who, her son had really bad asthma and she completely, you know, cured it. And so I have a whole new list of herbs and stuff I'm really excited about. And one of them we happened to get at a Seventh-day Adventist event was this herb mullein. And it's for what we have it growing here now. And apparently you can make a mullein tincture. And that is supposed to be really good for the respiratory. You take that every day. And so I'm really excited to try these things. The only thing is, whenever I try to look up a mullein tincture, I think I made a tincture using olive oil. They all call for alcohol, and Samuel and I don't, obviously I'm pregnant, but even not pregnant, we don't touch any alcohol. And so I wonder if you can do it with olive oil. If anyone knows, let me know. All right, I'm gonna put these in the freezer. Here, the coconut oil. We're doubling it, so it's gonna be 2 cups of coconut oil. For the vegan cream cheese itself, it calls for ½ a cup. But then for the cheesecake, it calls for another ½ a cup. Which is why it seems like so much coconut oil. I used to say like, oh, this recipe is not very healthy. But like I was saying, raw coconut oil is very good for you. Now, like I said, if you have the whole cheesecake, that might be a bit much. And also, Samuel and I do desserts, like a special dessert once a week. So it's really like a special thing. And it's nice to have it on the Sabbath because usually I make it for Friday night and enough for Saturday night as well. And it's nice to have because you look forward to that special thing. You're like, oh, that's right. There's a little dessert. And I think it's nice to have that. Wow, this is like emptying out our coconut oil. Look. It is an obscene amount of coconut oil. Samuel's dad would love this. He loves coconut oil. He puts it on his face, and I think he uses it for his teeth with oil pulling. We also oil pull. I just don't do it. I should be doing it like once to twice a day. I don't do it enough. I do it more like twice a week. So when I do this, I've learned a few things. So the thing that will get the blender mixing is the coconut oil, but the tofu is cold. So if you put the melted coconut oil in first and then add the tofu and do the other stuff, it hardens the coconut oil and it does not, it's like becomes a nightmare and it doesn't become smooth. So I add everything I need to, and the last thing I do is add the hot coconut oil, and then I immediately mix. So first, to make the cream cheese, it calls for salt, nutritional yeast, a little lemon. I'm gonna add the lemon, just mix that in with the lemon that's needed for the cheesecake. All the ingredients are the same except for the salt. So it calls for 1 teaspoon of salt. Wait, was it 1 teaspoon? I don't remember if it was 1 teaspoon, but I think it was 1 teaspoon. I'm gonna add a little. Oh wait, I'm doubling it. There. All right, so I'm not gonna add the nutritional yeast. Last time I made the vegan cream cheese and then just added the ingredients to make the the cheesecake, and the nutritional yeast made it a bit odd. I'm gonna add my sweeteners now, so I'm gonna do just like a dash of honey, and then you can add more. Sorry, that's maple syrup. You can add more as you taste and go from there. I'm gonna add a little honey, just a good squeeze. You can always add more. And then some coconut sugar. But when I first made this, I didn't have coconut sugar, and I think I just did honey. So you don't need all 3 of these. Yeah, we'll try just that for now. And then I have my 2 packs of tofu, since we're doubling it. I'm gonna break these open. They're leaking. And I just break it up into chunks, so it's easier to blend. Okay, now the other one. Yeah, the first time I did it, I believe I pressed all the liquid out, but it made it so hard to blend. And I don't know, I really like tofu, but when I first became pregnant, I would eat raw tofu. I had a big craving for it. Not so much now, but I do still really enjoy it. Ooh, this is gonna make a ton. Okay, and now that I have everything, I think I'm gonna add the coconut oil and then get blending very quickly. But I think it's gonna have a hard time since there's so much tofu. Or not, this is a lot of coconut oil. Let's see how it does. Maybe I should have done this one at a time. Whoa! This doesn't seem right. Whoa, okay. This is really thick. Oh, I forgot the lemon juice. Lemon juice. I need 1/4. So we need about half a cup. Maybe that will help. I had all these tips for you guys, like this is how you do it, so that, you know, it works really well. And then I completely, like, I've never doubled it like this. Oh. Good amount of honey. Okay, some more maple syrup, and some more coconut sugar. I'll just use the rest of it. All in all, that was probably, to double it, that's probably half a cup of coconut sugar. But I don't know, you guys saw. Maybe it wasn't at all. It's definitely sweet enough. I think it needs a little bit more lemon though. Wow, that's delicious. Let's get out our crust. I'll bring them over here. Let's pour in this one. All right, that one's good. Those are gonna be cute. And you know what? Worst case scenario, these ones might actually be better because this one I might not be able to get out. So worst case scenario, we'll have something. We'll have the little muffins. Ooh, lemon zest would be good in here, but we don't have lemons anymore. Wow, I don't know how I did it, guys. I doubled it just as I was meant to, but I have so much extra. So just a warning, this might make a lot extra. Maybe I'll take that extra crust that I had and make another little small cheesecake for Samuel tonight. This is his favorite dessert. All right, so we have this one and this one. And let me see. So chill for at least 4 hours. That's it, guys. Hopefully I can show you the finished product, but it'll be tomorrow, it'll be the Sabbath, so we'll see. Oh, I won't be able to. I'm gonna get this video up today. But thank you for being with me. That was a bit of a mess, sorry about that. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy. I hope you guys try it. Like I said, I usually put fresh berries on it. I haven't done a compote for it yet, but I bet that would be really good. And I'd like to start experimenting with other flavors. Like, I love peanut butter, so maybe like a roasted sun butter cheesecake. Maybe it'll be gross, I don't know. But yeah, let me know if you guys try it. God bless.